Yo everybody, Mobile Gamers Unite here. We are in the Romancing Saga. I decided to pop in here real quick and kind of review the new banner that they just dropped. So yeah, let's check that out because one of these dudes looks like, I don't know, he's wearing like pink and purple spandex. He looks like a rock and roll clown. I mean, I don't know what his name is. Let's check him out. He does have here he is right here, Kang Ming, okay, and then we have Cordelia. Now she brings a piercing ice attack, which can be useful, and this guy, he brings an SS fire attack, so he's gonna have kind of a little rivalry thing going on with Emerald. Let's go ahead and look at these characters and decide whether or not they're really worth pulling for. Especially if you already have Emerald, maybe she's leveled up a little bit. First of all, Cordelia, she does have Jewel Strike. And Jewel Strike does look pretty cool. It's ice damage, right? She's not messing around with this thing. Double S damage, boom, boom, boom. Looks cool. It starts at 14 BP, double S power. This is just a single piercing and cold attack. So she could potentially do a lot of damage to something that's weak to piercing and vulnerable to cold. I personally don't have that many cold units built up. That's kind of what I was thinking about working on. But I also didn't have any of the lightning element, so that is why I wanted RoboCop, Burr, whatever. Her banner is still up right now, so that's kind of why I figured I would go over this, because between these two banners you're obviously going to want to pull on one over the other. So Cordelia, other than having that piercing ice attack, which is double S damage, she has 10 side around. It's just piercing. There's no cold to that. Let's look at the trial for that. Here's the 10-sided, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the move looks like. Pretty basic. And we have Flash Pierce. This is a typical piercing spear move. Nothing too crazy there. 10-sided. 10-side around is a B power, so that's not too bad. It starts at 8 BP. So her details are really what's going to make or break this girl, though. She has self-improvement, so when landing an attack, recover own BP. I'm totally cool with that for like a starting ability. Katarina has that. It works out well for her. She gets fired up 3. Attack damage increase, medium effect. This is nice because it's always going to increase it, right? But then she gets hardly wallop. 3. This is only when she's at full health. Damage increase, large effect. So if this girl gets a scratch on her, her damage potential just gets cut by a large amount, really. So before you are using Jewel Strike, if you want to get the most out of it, you have to make sure her hit points are completely topped off. She has no self-sustain in her kit, so she's not going to be able to kind of do that herself. I feel like with Hardy Wallop, maybe instead of self-improvement, they should have gave her an ability to heal when she attacks somebody. That way she at least has a chance to heal herself back up to full if she only has a scratch on her, and get her full damage potential going without having to get a healer involved. That is my big issue with Cordelia. So I would have to definitely pull for RoboCop over her, even though we're talking about two different things. She's doing cold and piercing, RoboCop's doing lightning, and she also has a heal, so it's RoboCop for the win right now. And then we have Kang Ming. This guy, he's got red hair, he's got some kind of, what is he, a circus performer? Well, he could be. Polka's from the circus and wears lipstick, so who knows? Who knows where this guy's from? 8 Gates Arts user. Ooh, He does have 2 ailments here. 2 elements. Well, he looks like he has some ailments too. But 2 elemental affinities up in here. Fire and sun. You want to call that sun or holy? I think it is holy. Yeah, scratch that. It is definitely not sun, because we already got fire. But yeah, holy and fire, not too bad. You're probably going to want to give him a staff that has fire though, because Light Ball is using the holy. It's not really going to do that much damage. You're just going to use that to blind people a little bit and like get rid of some of their accuracy. It doesn't do that much damage, so Sophia can do alright damage with it because she is powered up with like a light element hammer, but this thing has, Light Ball has very low attack power to begin with. It's more or less there for the status effect, so that's why I wouldn't give him a holy staff. Firestorm is obviously fire, so giving him a fire staff is going to increase the damage output of Firestorm. It's at least sea level power, and it is an AoE, so definitely kind of a better bet if you're wanting to him to do more damage, is to power up his fire affinity instead of his holy affinity. And then Crimson Flare here is a double S, and this is it is fire and it is holy, so either one that you choose to power up is going to partially power up this ability, obviously. So I would still go with fire for him. That's just me. Unless he has some other classes out there that, maybe teach some kind of crazy holy smite or something that I don't know about. I can only look at these characters right here. Kang Ming. I don't think we have a lesser form of Kang Ming yet. I don't know. Maybe we can grind them out or something. Same thing with Cordelia, the girl that we just looked at. I'm not sure if there is a lesser form of her. I'll find out later. But regardless, we're talking about these characters and these forms of them, right? Being able to inherit 1 or 2 other abilities isn't really going to change these characters that much. From what I'm seeing, let's look at his actual abilities. But oh wait, I will say this: Crimson Flare does look cool. If you go into the trial, obviously we know Firestorm. Just we're familiar with this. Sophia in her lesser form can use a Firestorm. Emerald can use a Firestorm. Obviously, it's kind of a standard AOE. It's C damage, but obviously if your enemy is weak to heat, this still does pretty decent damage for an AoE. Crimson Flare is single target, and it does look a lot more badass, right? This is going to be a lot better against a boss that is weak to fire or holy. So the thing is, you're either going to bring him or Emerald. Now, Emerald is going to be able to hit a boss with like Flame Whip or Fireball. She does not actually have anything that is double S fire damage. So this guy is going to be able to nuke a boss a hell of a lot better with a single target. And they're going to be equally good at the AoE game. The thing Emerald's going to be able to do that he can't is she's going to be able to paralyze people with that Flame Whip and do, some status and stuff. And Emerald can be very successful at paralyzing enemies, right? And she still has the same AoE game that this guy has. And Emerald is self-sufficient, right? She can constantly heal her. She has a chance to heal herself every turn, so it's very nice. Takes pressure off of your healer. And let's not forget that Emerald has that amazing ability where she can retaliate with a ton of fire damage, right? So standing in front of a boss, she can do that fire retaliate, and she can crank out a ton of damage from that, and then she can still throw her fireball that turn, and do damage with that. So as far as doing fire damage to a boss, Who's going to do more? He does have double S, but, let's really not count Emerald out. She can still produce a lot of damage against a single target, especially if she's taking a hit here and there, and hopefully healing some of that damage back up, taking stress off of your healer. And she's not going to do double S damage. She's going to be hitting with a fireball for B or C damage, probably B, I think. But when her retaliate goes off, she's going to do thousands of damage, especially if that ability is leveled up, and that will definitely catch her up to this character as far as single target fire damage to a boss goes. So personally, I'm going to have to say this guy looks flashier than he is. You don't absolutely need him. Is he going to probably produce a little bit more than her? Sure, but it's not anything worth pulling for, I don't think. And honestly, this girl with the she's got some good stuff going on with the piercing cold. The problem becomes her abilities, having to be at full hit points, not having any way to heal herself, like I said. So really, I don't think this banner's worth it, especially compared to the RoboCop banner that is right next to it. This girl is going to do dark, and she is going to do lightning damage, which is water element, and she also has a heal. So this girl craps all over the other banner over there, IMO in my opinion. And this guy over here, Dantarg, he's starting to grow on me. He is pretty gnarly. He's got a one-hitter quitter. He does have a super high strength, and because he is a monk, he actually does have a higher agility than you would think. So in some fights, he's going to get to go first. And if he has a powerful AoE charged up, this guy can wipe out a whole enemy unit before they even get to retaliate. So that's kind of cool. I've been thinking about it a lot, so I did start actually using this guy, investing a little bit more time into him, because he also does look pretty damn cool. I like playing some of the monster characters. But also, if you've already cleared this banner, I would have to go and say, don't get tempted on this. Ringmaster, probably sometime around the corner, Bartholomew, that's going to be an awesome character. There's also, I believe, another one of these 7 heroes that's going to be released, probably a couple of them. They're probably going to be awesome as well. That's what I'm waiting for. So this, I really don't see any value in this, right? But since I've been talking about the 5% rate in this game, and I've been running my mouth, I got to check myself, because maybe I'm just tripping, and, who knows? I've just had consecutively the worst luck for over 1,000 pulls. Maybe that's the case. So I have to check, right? So here's what I've done. Even though I really don't care about these characters, I did do 4 multi-pulls on this banner, and I will prove that to you guys right now. In fact, how about this? You guys can see me pull on this thing, so you don't have to do it in case you get tempted, because they're really not worth it, especially with RoboCop over there looking awesome. And let's see. Here's some proof. And I did a single pull on there too, so that's 41 pulls, I believe. We can check our exchange and see how many medals I have here. 4,100 medals, right? So that's 41 pulls on a 5% SS banner is what they're advertising. Okay, so I'm well beyond any 5% now. Guess what? I did a partial pull vid in Last Claudia today, and I only had enough to do a couple multi-pulls. Guess what, guys? I knew I would get a red orb just from doing 1 or 2 of those 10 pulls, because that is what a 5% rate is, right? And guess what? Lo and behold, I pulled a red orb on my very first 10 pull. How come it is that I can go over to this game and know that there's no way in hell I'm going to pull an SS character off of 2 10 pulls, and over there it's guaranteed that I will, because they actually have a 5% rate over there. So I can definitely tell the difference. And the reason I keep bringing this up is because this is what Square Enix, Squaresoft, Square something, Square assholes as far as I'm concerned for doing this, because they're lying about their rate. And we're gonna test it right now. I'm gonna do another 10 pull. That's gonna be 51 pulls on a 5% banner. So think about that, guys. And I'm not even asking for on banner. Also, when I say I haven't gotten anything from this banner, I mean nothing. Not even an off banner, nothing. Not one SS anything came down. So this is 51 pulls on a 5% banner. I don't believe it. They should, on the 5th pull, they should at least put in a pity rate where some sort of SS comes down on the 5th multi-pull, because then I don't understand how you could even advertise that you have a 5% rate. You're straight lying to us, and it is just, it's offensive because it's so blatantly there. And you guys are one of the bigger companies. Oh, we got a light bulb, but it won't matter if... Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as if it didn't turn right there, you're not getting crap. No matter if she gets that light bulb above her head and kicks the thing or not. That was our one chance. We blew it. So, it's looking like that's it. 51 pulls on a 5% banner. Nothing. So, I mean, the more and more we keep going, the more and more it just shows that they are flat out lying about their pull rate. I'm going to keep saying shit about it. I'm sorry if it pisses anybody off, because if I don't, they're never going to know that somebody is even noticing this crap. And they should be held accountable. This is one of the largest game companies. They shouldn't just be able to lie like this to us, especially when there's so much money, so much at stake. It's going to get to one of these points where you guys are kind of hurting your brand. You're hurting your name, because I know a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, if I see Squaresoft, I won't even install. It's going to get to the point where people aren't even going to want to give you a chance, because they're already just going to expect so much crooked crap. And let's face it, guys, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is over. Okay, that's why you guys are going to a 10% rate over there. There's no reason why you should lie about a rate here. That's it. Like, you guys cashed out on Brave Exvius so freaking hard that you expect to be able to do that with other games now. But it's the year 2020, baby. Okay, we've come a long way from some 1% rate that you guys used to have in FFBE. And it seems like that's what you guys are trying to do here. You're literally trying to hide a 1% rate all over again in this game, and you're just going to lie about it and say it's a 5 so that, you guys just don't look like assholes compared to other gacha games. And I just find that repugnant. I cannot stand that. It hurts you guys. It hurts gacha games. It hurts the players. 51 pulls on a 5%. Statistically speaking, I should have had 2 SS characters by now. Two. And I wouldn't even care if they were off banner. Hey, in Last Claudia today, I pulled an off banner red orb. I was still happy, even though it was off banner, because at least it was something new. This game's not doing that. It's not giving you anything new. You're having to do 300 pulls and then pity one character off of the banner. It's sad. It's really sad. They need to do something about this. They need to address it. Hit like, hit subscribe, share this. We got to get their attention. I don't even care how they... And you know what? Here's the other thing, too. Going off on a tangent. But look, if you're going to lie to us, at least make it a pretty lie, right? At least make us feel good about ourselves. If you're going to lie and say 5% whatever rate, here, I'm going to help you guys out, okay? Under where it says 5% SS rate, underneath it, in parentheses, you guys need to put all proceeds go to the Children's Cancer Fund of America, whatever bullshit, and at least make us fake happy, feel good about ourselves. Why not? If you're going to lie to us, at least lie to us and make us feel good, right? You know what I mean? So, it's just ridiculous. You're caught red-handed. There's no other way to explain this. It's been every single freaking banner. And like I said, I'm used to playing on games that actually have 5% rates. It's pretty easy to tell the difference when you're a veteran gacha player. And this this has just been consistent. So they need to stop. You need to stop lying. Like, damn, this is just ridiculous. We're supposed to trust you? It's terrible. I feel bad for the programmers that are making this amazing game that actually plays good. You know, the characters are sweet. They're letting us control monsters and all this and that. These poor guys that are actually programming this stuff, and then some asshole from marketing comes in and completely destroys his game over being, you know, a greedy piece of shit. It's just really sad, and I can see a lot of people's hard work get wasted when you guys have some sort of asshole marketing department that is constantly seems like they are just running an experiment pretty much with the intent of raping people's wallets as hard as effing possible with no lube. Gotta leave that lube at home when you're getting effed by Square. I don't even want to say their full damn name. Just Square. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm done with my rant, my rave. Do not pull on this banner. It is not worth it. You guys got to watch me do it. Obviously, I know I'm going to have to save up 40,000 whatever crystals for Bartholomew, the ringmaster, because I'm just going to have to pity him. After that, I'll probably slow down pulling, since I've pretty much confirmed to myself at this point that they are lying. Ain't no 5%, more like 1.5%. So I'm just going to be real picky with the one or two characters that I want, and I'm just going to play the game and enjoy all the rich content that these awesome programmers have made for us, and I'm just going to not get caught up in the gacha system in this game, because it is complete effing trash, and it will ruin this game. So now that we've crossed that bridge, we know where we're at. I know what I'm doing. I'm still gonna, like, obviously enjoy all the rich content that these programmers are making, and I'm just gonna have to do that with pretty much just one character that I actually want. So Mobile Gamers Unite, let me know what you guys think. If you agree, hit like, hit subscribe, share this stuff, get this out there. Make sure they know, because here's what happens. Yeah, some tiny little YouTuber like me with 500 subscribers, it's not really gonna matter. But if you guys do put this stuff out, some other YouTuber that has 20 million subscribers might actually watch this and say, you know what? Dude's got a good point. And I guarantee you, when he says something about it to his 20 million subs, then they will do something about this shit. There will be a letter in the mail the next day talking about, we apologize to everyone. There was a bug in our system and we had no idea that our 5% rate was actually cut down by 2/3. We're reimbursing everybody 10,000 whatevers. You know, the only way that's going to happen is if we make some noise about this shit. And I've went above and beyond to confirm this. I'm even pulling on banners that I don't even want to pull on, just to make sure that, and that's what it's looking like, guys. I've mentioned this in a few of my vids on this game already. Still an amazing game. Love the game. Hate their asshole marketing department. And everybody have an awesome day. Wait till the next banner. Save up your 50 bajillion lapis, because that's just what it's gonna take, baby. We're talking like Brave Exvius prices over here. Later, everyone.